everything they're doing and become a volunteer today. Most people cannot do that, but for the people who can, I want you to call. I want you to contact, I want you to email, go to that website, and the website is abroaderview.org. So email them immediately, volunteers at abroaderview.org, or call them right now at 866-423-3258. Did I say that too fast? Go 866-423-3258. May I share some frequently asked questions from the website, which I have always, since they invented FAQs, and I used to not know what that was, and I felt very insulted, since they invented the idea of frequently asked questions, I love to share those with listeners during a segment like this that requires some understanding. The breadth of the problem here that's being addressed is 22 countries wide. That is a huge reach around the globe. The second thing is the children that you'll see on the website that are with the workers, and take a look at the website right now. Go to the FAQ page and see a volunteer with the children, with the mother, with the grandmother, all together. Do you see the smiles on the faces of everyone in the photograph? That is the testimony I want to deliver to you today. That's the people go, where's your proof, Ed? Where's the facts? How do I know that this program really succeeds the way you are saying it does? Well, do the smiles on those little tiny faces there lie? Does the hope in a grandmother's eyes? Does the eyebrow of a mother in disbelief at her children's happiness and that the moment has changed? These are all self-evident. And then look at our shining volunteer. Just look at the volunteer holding the babies. This is what the world has always run on. People go, well, it runs on oil. And, well, I'll tell you, it's a different show. Why don't you tune in to some other show? Because this is a show where people come first right now. Why this organization? Why? Let me tell you about the founders. I'll tell you why. A Broader View was founded by Sarah and Oliver Ehlers. They took a trip to Chile in South America. While they were there, they saw the overwhelming need of children and townspeople, and how volunteers made a huge difference in a local orphanage. They were off and running. It usually doesn't take more than for you to stop, look, be in the moment, realize what you're seeing, and how lucky that the founders happened to be somewhere where they were triggered into building this foundation, building this awesome nonprofit charity, and also believing. The founders here of abroaderview.org, the founders, and you can contact them, write to volunteers at abroaderview.com. You can use the phone number that I've been giving. It's toll-free, 866-423-3258. You can do that. You can just really spend time on the website and learn what we're all absorbing right now. These folks, these very dedicated human beings, decided when they saw unspeakable adversity for children, families, villages while visiting in Chile, instantly they knew what they had to do. It doesn't always happen instantly. Sometimes you got to, marshal your resources and get the right people, and they have. And 22 countries are benefiting from abroaderview.org. It's abroaderview.org. 22 countries, 195 social and conservation projects. Why do I say social and conservation? Conservation of resources is the number one challenge for countries that are developing and emerging. That is such a nice way of saying people who are struggling day in and day out to get the meals, to get the clean water, to have the sanitation, to believe that tomorrow is going to be a better day, to make the schools open, to let the teachers get in there, to have the children be fed and clean and scrubbed and be able to go in there, and to fight disease and germs and common ailments, which again, in the developed world, a couple of amoxicillins and it's out of there and over in other parts of the world, it could become a grievous health issue. This is the daily adversity. This is what you and I watched on television as children, and for the first time, America had television cameras in all corners of the world, and you and I went, oh my God, these people are struggling. I had no idea. Now, is your contribution, is your donation tax deductible? Of course it is. Let me explain to you about this program and tax deductibility. The program and all expenses related in your volunteer program are tax deductible for U.S. taxpayers. That is the tax law. You're not going to have any of that nonsense going on in Washington right now. This is, thank God, a program that the entire Congress, honestly, as crazy as they are, intends to be a tax deduction. We want you, America wants people like you and me to hear this and respond, and when we do, the tax man wants us to respond. As crazy as that whole thing is in the news, you know what I'm saying. This is the real deal. There's no question about this program. This is exactly, precisely what it was meant for, okay? So now, do you have to be a U.S. citizen to participate in this? Well, absolutely not. Participants come from all of the 22 countries. Where are you listening to the Ed Till Show today? If you're in Dublin or London or Glasgow or any of our great English-speaking countries around the world, major world capital cities, or out in the hustings, getting us on the internet satellite connection, welcome. We're with you. We want you. You are as a greater resource to us from whatever country you come from. Now, are we heard in non-English speaking countries? You bet we are. So the word is reaching long and far and wide beyond my immediate references here. So I just want you to know this is truly an international program. And I know you are listening from all over the world as well as across America. So you're invited. You are challenged to join. Now, do most of the volunteers fundraise? Yes, they do. I'll tell you why. Everything you do is fundraising. Are you working, volunteering? Are you shaking hands? Are you informing a local business that you are a resource for them? Then that is fundraising. Fundraising is asking for everybody's help because there's no amount of help that's too small. When people say, well, you know, what's my little 2 cents here? And you say, well, you know, I know what you mean. It's not really 2 cents. You're saying, what is your $10 going to do? You're saying, what is $20, $50 going to do in the 22 countries and the enormous amount of programs that we're talking about? And I would say don't be misled by the hype media who makes everybody think today if you're not raising millions in the moment, you're not doing something. You are building a huge resource for this organization and these volunteers and the people they serve all over the world. $10 at a time, $20 at a time, $50 at a time, we'll take 5, we'll take 10, we'll take 15, we'll take 12.50, 17, we'll take 87, we'll take 162. Yes, there is no limit to how your deduction from the government there, tax deductible contribution, there's no limit as to how it contributes. This is a momentum situation. Your molecules move it forward in the form of dollars. Your dollars are like molecules. The question I get a lot here, I get this one, here we go. Everybody asking me, now, do I need, if I'm going to be a volunteer, how about my passport and my visa? What's the deal? Yes, of course you need them. How long will people be serving? 1 to 4 weeks. Short-term programs, 1 to 4 weeks. You can use a long-term program if you're prepared to be 3, sometimes up to 6 months you can extend. So you can do a short program. You want to volunteer 1 to 4 weeks. Happy to have you. You want to make a bigger commitment, 3 months of your life, and then you're really loving it, you want to stay, you can go in for 3, extend to 6. Look, you get good at this, and they will work with you because you're a highly valued volunteer. Is there an application deadline? People say, well, you know, you are talking like it's, you know, indefinitely. Most people will sign up 3 to 6 months before traveling. Okay, it's a rolling admission. 3 to 6 months is about the time from when you sign up to when you go out of country and then are in country at one of the 22 countries around the world. Do you love children and do you want to see them have hope in their eyes? Do you love this photograph on the website? If you go to the website, abroaderview.org, a couple of ways to get in touch here and become a donor or a volunteer. You think, oh my God, this is such a big deal. I don't know. No, it's such a simple deal. That's the thing. It's major insignificance. This is a very simple thing to do. This is one of the easiest major goals you've ever set for yourself. You're getting out of college and you say, you know what, I'm going to make a difference in this world. This world is really getting toxic. It's not just global warming. It's not just pollution. People's attitudes are getting down. People are not as interested in how to be kind. They're more interested in how to get what they want. And I'm going to change that. Is that you? If that's you, I am so glad you are listening to us today because this is all about you. This is about what you and I understand about the world, and I know you do. If you're open to what I'm saying right now, I know why you are. The amount of suffering, the amount of deprivation, the lack of commitment to follow through in certain parts of the world compared to others is an extremely unsettling idea for you every time you see it on the news. I know how you feel. I feel the same way. We were raised with this dichotomy. We are not accepting of it. We never have been. But many, many times when people like you and me would look for a program like this one, we wouldn't have found it as easily accessible as